Yes, she could. I don't know what I'm even doing with that, but hey, ladies and gents, how you doing? Evening, morning, good afternoon, depending on what time it is, wherever you are. Welcome. As tonight, TV Expert will be working more on Ring Warriors for tabletop role playing, wrestling tabletop role playing game. If you are new here, sure to share your newness, as this is the game we are working on. To say I'm working on, and all the fun times that goes with. So, where we were last time I was working on the game, we were still looking at this damn weapon list that may just be so long. We've got 24 weapons still to go, with a majority of S, T, and then a couple of W's left to go. So this may not take too long, and then we've got quite a lot of other stuff to work. Hey ho, babe. Hey ho, peoples. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna be good. Oh. Oh. Don't know what that was. Facebook. You know when Facebook just randomly sends you stuff and you're like, what are you doing, Facebook? You gotta calm down. That's exactly what's happening. So, what are we on at the moment? We are on the kitchen sink. Of course we are. Nothing is more devastating than the common kitchen sink, as we have seen from many a wrestling fight. A sink will batter you for 1d12 damage. It will have, well, yet again, a lot of kitchen sinks tend to be quite flimsy. depending on the ceramics. Um. Hmm. You see, if I was a kitchen sink, I'd be a hardy one, but they're really not. Ceramic is quite easy to smash. And if you were to pick up a legit sink and just throw it at someone or smack someone with it, it's going to hurt. I'm gonna go with instant break because I don't think a sink is going to last long in a wrestling ring. Like, I could see someone being smashed through it, other things. And there we go. I just think it's one of those things. I just started stream. Okay, message to the other half sorted. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way, for those celebrating it or giving a damn about it. Even if you're single, don't forget to mingle. Well, hey, it works. It does work. Okay, the sink. A conventional sink comes with 2 taps, supplying both hot and cold water for general use. Sinks can come in many different designs, from the practical to even the ornate. But as they say sometimes when a hardcore match is about to begin, he brought everything but the kitchen sink. Time to change that mentality. I like that. It's a little bit funny, a little bit quirky. Added information to sink. Lovely. Let me have a look at this. I just want to see if it reads right. If it doesn't, I might rewrite this just to see how we go. Conventional sink comes with 2 taps. That supply both hot and cold water for general use. Sinks can come in many different designs, from the practical to even the ornate. But as they say when a hardcore match is about to begin, he bought everything but time to change that mentality. No, I don't like that last line. Normally, wrestlers tend to bring anything and everything as a weapon to the ring and forget to bring the kitchen sink. But those who do not forget are the true hardcore. For those who do not forget are the true hardcore warriors of the ring. Oh yes. I think I've only ever seen a single hardcore match, where someone had bought every weapon known to mankind and then their opponent bought the kitchen sink. I'm like, that's genius. You have bought everything and the kitchen sink. Fantastic. I don't even think they ever use the kitchen sink as a weapon, but it was there, and it was great. I loved that. Bear with me. Let me on to the missus. Valentine's Day. Oh, that's silly. It's a Yuki. It's all good, dude. How are you doing? So it's a bit quiet for a moment, but that's because some of my fellow buddy buds that are joining me this evening are just running a bit late. They're planning on joining me whilst we're doing some stuff. And my girlfriend is happy because she's made us in The Sims and we're doing some fun Sim bits. That is super great fun. Yeah, all good my end, buddy. How are you doing? I noticed you were streaming earlier, but sadly I couldn't join in. I've been at a funeral earlier today. Took most of my focus, and that's the main reason as to why we're doing a dev stream tonight, and not doing an actual session. More so because, you know, like I feel good enough to stream after going to the funeral, but it's I don't feel at ease to do like a proper like session with voice acting in it. So I hope that's understandable, and I hope I'm not just being a wazzock saying that, but I wanted to do something anyway. At least this is practical, and I like practicalities. I like being practical. That's my mindset. But your wife was playing Sims 4. That's cool. Is she working on any big house projects right now? I need to jump on Sims 4, make me and my other half, and see what I can make for ourselves. See if I could turn this into some hardcore gamer couple. And all that jazz. Speaking of hardcore gamer couple, hey Tash.
I mean, I'm more of a singles awareness day girl myself.
I mean,
but hi.
But that segue,
Segue. Yep. But there we go. Yeah, man. And yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, you're not disappointing anyone if you don't have the energy to, like, do the thing you're doing and all that jazz. Like, because, like you said, you've been to a funeral. It's not exactly the most fun thing in the world, sort of thing.
True.
And it does, like, sap a little bit of your energy. Or a lot of your energy, depending.
Even post pizza, I'm still like.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she is working on her character not burning the house down.
I like that. It's a great thing when you're hoping not to burn the house down.
I mean, like, it's a good aim. Like, just make sure that the cooking level is enough to not set salad on fire.
Yes.
I mean, how on earth, like, you can get salad to spontaneously combust, we'll never know. Yeah, but yeah, I was going to do like a little bit of an errand, but okay, it was mainly because whenever like my parents usually ask, oh, are you going to or hot water spoils? How could you spoil hot water? That that takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of skill. But yeah, like it's to me, it's kind of like a not so subtle way of saying, if you are going to the supermarket, then I don't suppose you can get me some of this stuff. But like, but like, he's like, well, I mean, if you're not getting anything for yourself or anything, then I may as well go get like the thing like tomorrow, sort of thing. But and so I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm not really up to sort of getting something from the supermarket. So yeah.
Fair play.
So there we go. That's fair play and all that jazz. And I mean, to be fair, like we kind of got some of the things that I kind of thought we definitely need some of this and that. Yes. But that's about it. Yes. But other than that, so weapons. You're finishing off the weapons and all that jazz.
Oh yes.
Gonna use them to kill people. I mean, no killing people.
Unless
Like
you're
wrestling.
Foxy, because yeah.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Foxy kills people.
He pretty much kills everyone he goes against.
Like Foxy does realize that this is a wrestling game and not a murder hobo simulation.
Yep. But he doesn't learn.
Yes. On the upside, I did manage to finally. I can't remember how long. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look at my. Oh yeah, my phone's in my pocket. I'm going to look at how long it took me to finish the 4x4x4 Rubik's cube. Because it took me a while to finish this, so it's not like, oh, I finished it in like 1 hour sort of thing. Okay, so it was delivered on the 3rd of February, and it took me a week and a half to complete it.
Ooh, wow.
Well, the 4x4x4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can easily do the 2x2x2 and the normal Rubik's Cube, which is like the 3x3x3. Actually, you know what? For funsies, I'm gonna like try and do the 2x2x2. See if I can remember everything without the use of instructions. Jeez, yeah, it's like I know some of the things I have to do in order to achieve what I need to achieve, but it's just a case of, can I remember everything?
I get
So
you.
yes. So first of all, I need to.
I like that idea, by the way, Yuki. Spray can plus lighter equals flamin' wafer. Why
Yes.
now? Why don't we have a German wrestler whose climax move is called the flamin' wafer?
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree. I want you to get on
And
this
he turns
with
you
this
into
right
a
now.
wafer thin mint.
Wafer thin.
One of my favorite quotes
Yeah.
from Monty Python, Meaning of Life. Did you add Legos to the list? I don't know. I have a strange feeling I didn't. This is bearing in mind, I cannot add anything to the list that has a copyright thing to it. So
This is true.
I wouldn't be able to use the word Lego. I would probably be able to get away with the term building blocks.
Or toy build or plastic building blocks.
Yeah,
You're
maybe
gonna
something
you're
like
gonna have to make up like a bootleg sort of version of the like Lego thing so that it can't be traced.
You see, the thing is, I would add Legos, but my weapon list is long enough as it is.
I mean, this is true.
But
But
maybe in Ring Warriors Kids Edition.
Yeah.
Whether you play as 10 to 13-year-olds.
Oh my god, Dom, okay, Dom, right,
Yeah.
okay. So I have a proposition,
Right,
right?
here we go. Yep.
What if we have like the nursery edition of Ring Warriors, or like backyard wrestling, like either way, like
Oh,
the nursery edition where,
oh.
yeah,
Nursery edition. Oh my god. I mean,
like,
like, with how Ring Warriors is built at the moment, Yuki, backyard wrestling is a complete option that you can totally go with. Like,
oh yeah,
think of it as Ring Warriors is a framework that you can take and adapt in any way you wish. Whether you just want to have it as a wrestling fantasy league that you do week by week with your players, just going to a show every week, following a storyline, or whether you're doing what I'm doing, which is kind of like classic tabletop RPG, where you have a full-on campaign which takes you to here, there, and everywhere, and you can be fighting here, there, and everywhere, centered around important wrestling matches in wrestling rings. But then you can end up wrestling like in a secret bunker underneath Egypt, owned by a scientist that was turning ex-wrestlers into robo-wrestlers. You know, I did that. Check the earlier episodes.
mm-hmm.
Or you can take this, make a character with your friends, and do PvP with each other. You could have a backyard wrestling campaign. You could totally do like Ring Warriors Kids Edition, where you just have
Yes.
like we're kids, we're learning how to wrestle, and we're gonna kick your ass.
But we're not supposed to say ass. Shut up, Jimmy.
How old are you, Jimmy? You're too young. Now, the thing is, it's Kids Edition, but in order to play Kids Edition, you must be able to still own the game, because the game will probably have to be rated 8 plus.
Yeah.
So you must be at least 8 to comprehend.
Comprehend the awesomeness that is wrestling.
There you go. Even then, you can enjoy wrestling when you're below that age. Ultimate Muscle is the future of Ring Warriors. Dude, Ultimate Muscle is one of the fundamental building blocks of Ring Warriors. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Like I have literally one of my stretch goal additional wrestling styles for the game is to become a Chojin, and Chojins are the wrestlers of Ultimate Muscle, where all of your moves are mega anime. And
Yes.
you literally become an anime wrestler, like out of the Tiger Mask anime. Which, if by the way, if anyone out there has not seen the Tiger Mask anime, please do. Not just is it an amazing show in its own right, but it features all the amazing wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they're brilliant, including my boy Kenny Omega, who's not there anymore, but my boy Kenny Omega.
Your boy.
Oh, freaking Kenny. Love it.
Okay, I'm getting there.
And I just have a Sims 4 update from Heather,
Oh.
my other half.
Okay.
Who simply says,
Help.
OMFG, darling, I was so scared. You just caught fire. But thank the Lord I installed the sprinklers and the alarm. You are saved.
Oh my gosh. How?
Sims 4, everybody.
I mean, good thing she installed the sprinklers. Like,
Oh, hell
you
yeah.
know, that's saved lives, man.
Safety in Sims.
Safety, yes.
The thing
Safety,
is,
safe.
and like, for every sim I've made in Sims 4 so far, there's learning, cooking, and all that jazz. Not one of them has ever caught themselves on fire. Not even my 100 baby challenge character.
Mm,
Which reminds me, and I'm kind of inspired to do the 100 baby challenge on stream.
okay.
But my
I
lord,
mean,
that challenge is like the main gist of the challenge is you have to be a single mum that
oh god.
raises 100 children in a single campaign of Sims 4. Bearing in mind that you have to raise the kids by yourself, see them off when they're old enough to leave the house, and once they leave the house, replace them with more kids. Until you
Yeah.
have made 100 kids.
Jesus. Like, do they have to be from the same father?
No, they have to be
Oh,
from
okay.
different dads.
Oh, okay. So, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gets really bad as well when you're a mum of like 20 odd kids and you start noticing that you and your kids are outliving their dads.
Oh,
That's the
jeez.
dark part of it all. And then like I know someone who's done the challenge and literally has an entire garden of frigging gravestones to all the previous dads. It's
God.
so funny. And when they have like a big family gathering for like someone's birthday and they're turning an age, they all go outside to mourn the loss of their dads that come back to life and haunt the house.
Oh.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
And I love
wow.
it. Hey Corky, by the way, sorry. I did notice you come in. In the middle
Oh,
of
hi.
a funny sim story for the 100 baby challenge.
Yes.
Ghost Dad. Oh hell yeah! Best movie and best anime. Um, which also reminds me, there was one other thing I found out, which I am hoping to stream because, guys, remember last week I did a night when I streamed Digimon World 1 on the PS1, one of my favorite games of all time. And because it's now the 23rd anniversary of the original game this year. And I found something out just a couple of days ago that I want to try. I found out apparently there is a randomizer for Digimon World. Being a guy that loves randomizers in Pokemon, I can't even imagine what a randomizer would do in a Digimon game, yet alone a randomizer in Digimon World 1. I have got to play it and lose my mind because they've randomized everything. They've even randomized the chance that if you go from champion to ultimate, you may end up digivolving into one of the ultimates that you can only get through cheat codes normally. They've put those in as options, which includes the legendary Machine Dramon, or as it's pronounced in Digimon World Next Order, Machine Draymon, because Dr. Dre has to play a part in all this. I don't know.
Apparently.
I'm currently drawing Digimon 2 at the minute, funnily enough. Awesome. Yes,
Mhm.
like a randomized Digimon World run will probably happen, and it might even start tomorrow, because who's got the day off work? This guy. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, what am I doing at the moment? Spray can. With a weapon trait. The weapon trait is going to be. Oh wow, this is going to be. Wait, I know exactly
Okay.
what I'm going to call the weapon trait, and it's going to be a jab at D&D. Color spray.
Okay. Yes.
And this is when we go. You can attack with the spray can by spraying paint
you, you can attack with the spray can. Yes.
into your opponent's face. You can attack with the spray can. Yes, can.
But
Not lying.
you do not see the pun of which I am
Of course
literally
I didn't,
pointing at.
Tash. Of course I didn't. I'm a dingle.
Well, you should.
My
I
dingle
thought
status
pun.
is a quite high.
I thought your puns like game was like
It would be.
awesome.
It would be on fleek, but not today, apparently.
Oh, that's okay. I'll let you off because you've been to a funeral and all that jazz. And Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping to start it tomorrow, Corky. I know you and Craggles might be. I believe you two are hotel bound tomorrow. I think I remember Craig saying, and he's hoping the internet's half decent. But if it is, tune in. It's going to be hilarious because I have no idea what's going to happen, and I swear to God, if I start with a friggin' Gabumon again that eats all my shit within the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna go mad. I've never hated Gabumon more than I hate Gabumon in Digimon World 1, the hungry Mother Hubbard.
The hungriest of Mother Hubbards.
Oh, the Grand. Nice, yeah, that should be good. I need to make NPC based on X as a master wrestler that teaches the monk. Ooh. Just call me LX.
LX.
As long as you don't put...
Or XL, extra large.
Oh! I am XL. Aliba! I shall teach your monks the way of the wrestling. I don't know why he sounds like a suave Spanish man, but...
I thought it was more French, but I mean, to be fair, I did hear... I guess Spanish makes
French?
sense. Hey, like, I hear...
Look, there are two things I don't stand for in this world. People that go against the fundamental mentalities of human rights, and the French.
Which is ironic because the French were pretty much the people who created the fundamental rights of man.
No, the fundamental rights of Europe, which we're no longer a part of. So fuck you, France. We win. Ha!
Oh yes, I actually saw a picture with like a guy that voted to leave, like saying, yeah, like got a country back and all that jazz, and then at an airport it's like, Schiphol is terrible, why are we waiting 55 minutes like for like this, that and the other, like sort of thing. And part of me like, in the end I sort of like put a kind of video, like, well, bearing in mind this is kind of like making fun of this, like as in the person who posted the screenshot sort of thing, like it was kind of making fun and all that jazz. To which I put the Price is Right, like tuba or trombone thing. Do, 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 do. I mean, yeah, I know. Some British people are probably gonna flame me and be like, "How dare you be a traitor to the British stereotype?" Right? And I'm like, it just sounds so Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, it's beautiful.
How dare you go against the fundamental values of the Bedfordshire and British rights? How dare you? I am Austrian. You know what that means? I am fundamentally not part of your country, but I can still dictate your problems. Yeah.
That sound effect is amazing. Why would anyone ever flame? I mean, that is a fair point.
And I mean, like, oh, what's it? I'm thinking is I sound like that for Arnie, but then it just makes me sound more like Jürgen von Strangle from Fairly Odd Parents. Which, by the way, amazing character. He's like, I am Jürgen von Strangle. Strong fairy, a fairy word. And you have to go for your fairy exams. Happiness. Yes. Upgraded to an A.
Upgraded.
Imagination. A. Overall compliance to the child. Hey! Well done, Timmy Turner. You can keep your puny fairies here on Earth and away from Fairy World.
Yes.
Don't mess it up!
Don't fuck it up!
Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so good. Yo, old school Fairly Odd Parents was the best. Like, the later seasons definitely killed it.
Oh yeah.
But like personal favourite episodes of the series. That episode of Jürgen von Strangle when we do the fairy exam. The Cosmocon where Cosmo holds an entire convention in Timmy's bedroom. Which
Oh
is
yeah.
no, in Timmy's
Because of
bathroom. Sorry, that's even more
oh, right.
hilarious.
It's not.
It's not a tumor. It's not. Put the cookie down now. Oh my god! And that once was Turbo Man doll. Love it. It's great. Yeah, it was that one, Cosmocon. It was Mighty Mom and Dino Dad when Timmy's mom and dad got superpowers.
Yes.
The episode when Timmy screws up the timeline, which involves the future where Dad ends up doing the legendary line, and here's where I would have my running trophy if I had one.
Yes.
And yes, and Corky, that is the single best episode of Fairly Odd Parents, when they actually make the medieval fair proper medieval, which ends up recreating the events of the Sword of the Stone, with Merlin who just goes and steps into his own effects, just going, "Howdy, what's happening? I want to promote your baby." He just sounds like a Vegas promoter, and it's hilarious. And then Arthur just being a nerd who can't see anything. And then it's like,
Yeah.
I wish Arthur had glasses. I can see! I can fight! Amazing.
Yeah.
And then he instantly gets killed, and it's like, guys, yeah, I think we can do this. Proving that the fairies are really powerful because they can instantly bring people back to life and not use necromancy so that they're zombies. Instant restorative magic through fairies.
This is true.
Crocker was right to chase these guys down, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just goes, I can breathe! I can fight!
I think you actually used like a line of a little bit of variation from the Monday's game, if I recall correctly. Why the heck is I mean not that it's difficult to like undo all this, but
Oh, you're doing
Jesus,
the
what
puzzle,
am
are you?
I am now doing the 4x4 Rubik's Cube, and for weird reasons, I'm just trying. Okay, right. Let's try and get the orange. Okay, let's not try and get. Let's try and get some orange on this side.
Let's let me see.
Oh,
I love that is my favorite episode of Fairly Odd Parents, and the best thing that came out of that, which I found out about after doing research for interesting builds for D&D characters. I found out someone actually played a D&D campaign where they played as a fighter that would only ever fight in an actual battle if he had a pair of glasses on that let him see.
yes.
And then as soon as he puts on the glasses, he literally goes, I can see! I can fight!
Yes.
And I'm looking at that guy and I'm like, yes.
Legend!
That is how you play that character. And it's like, Pravy, will you join me around the octagonal ottoman? Maybe you want to go for a round table. I like it!
I love it!
Yeah, someone actually did it, Corky. It was amazing. I loved reading that. It was so good. There's so many amazing, like, great stories through people playing D&D, and it's great. And all the crazy builds. If you want to, I want to remind myself, there's a guy I've recently found on YouTube that I've subbed to that has amazing, like, quirky ideas for D&D characters. But what he does is, he bases his characters off of actual characters from like anime and God knows
what.
what.
I think I know who you mean.
It is Chulok the Barbarian on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And this guy has literally made anyone and everyone. He even does update videos on the latest Unearthed Arcana, which, by the way, latest Unearthed Arcana, fuck yes. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, like, I
Like,
know there's a
the
bard
new,
of.
the new, like, Bardic, Creation Bard? College of Creation Bard is insane. You literally, like, one of your skills at a later level is for you actually sing and create a spectral sword that fights with you. You actually
Yes.
summon your own dancing blade, and I love it.
Oh my god, you know what the best thing, like, if I wanted to, like, play a kind of Disney prince or Disney princess, Bard College of Creation, man. It'd
Oh,
be, you just have this fucking inanimate object just singing alongside you.
oh,
It'd
that'd be
just be like,
so dope.
that would.
Actual play a proper Disney princess that creates things with music. That's so dope.
Yes.
What a character.
Yes.
Great idea. Currently have a deep gnome cleric that worships Cthulhu but thinks that everyone should let his god sleep. I like that
Ooh.
idea. Reminds me, I need to work on doing drawings of Dallas and Rosalind more. On your camp. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's a great thing. So, like, some of the characters that I've really liked from Tulov the Barbarian, just quickly skimming. He's done characters such as Blanca from Street Fighter. He's done how to be a Men in Black agent in D&D,
Oh, yeah.
which is amazing. How to play as Steve Harrington, aka Steve from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
How to play as Zigbar from Kingdom Hearts,
Oh,
Dante,
yeah.
the
Mhm.
Bride from Kill Bill, obviously
Yes.
Jotaro and Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. How to play as Joker from Persona 5. How to play as Zelda and Sheik, where you actually transform between Zelda and Sheik forms, which is insane, but he's done it. Play as Jonathan from JoJo, Trevor Belmont, Edward Elric, Maleficent.
Yes.
Constantine was a very good one. That was really diverse.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Helsing playing as Bowser, playing as Zorro, the Human Torch, Kylo Ren, Raiden, The Witcher. One of my personal favorite ones, which uses the Artificer, was playing as Cyborg from Teen Titans. My
Oh,
boy,
yeah.
my actual boy. And one build that he did recently that I legit want to try out, playing as Aang from The Last Airbender.
Ooh, I haven't watched that yet, but I'm intrigued.
It's an interesting one. But the one he did yesterday, which I haven't seen yet and I still need to watch, how to play Sonic in D&D.
Oh,
Because today, being Valentine's Day, is also the release of Sonic the Hedgehog the movie,
yes.
which is on my
I
radar.
I want to watch that at some point. I really do. I genuinely I genuinely have my like sights
Oh yeah,
on that, and I'm like, yeah, boy.
definitely. Like I'm so hyped about it. Like the fact that they went out of their way to completely delay the film and redesign Sonic because we genuinely hated it. That in
Yeah,
itself deserves us for being, since we criticized it to the point where they've gone back, said sorry, and remade Sonic. The least
yeah,
we can do is watch the film and judge it properly.
yes,
Because now we cannot criticize the design of Sonic because, if anything, the design of Sonic is solid as hell now.
oh yeah,
Like, really
totally.
solid. So now we can criticize the story, the characters, and rejoice in the fact that my man, Jim Carrey, is playing Robotnik, and I hate the fact he's going to be called Eggman throughout the entire movie, but he's Robotnik to me.
I thought he's called himself a Robotnik. Like, I swear I heard him like
Is he
call
is he
himself
is he
Robotnik
referred
in
to
the
as
trailer.
Robotnik in the movie? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
He. Oh my god, he is referred to as. Okay, no, I'm happy. I'm happy. He is referred to as Robotnik. Hallelujah. Get rid
Yeah, I
of
want.
Eggman, bring back Robotnik. That's all I'm saying. Why? Like, I understand that his first name's Robotnik and Eggman is a reference to his surname. Or I think it's like Eggman Robotnik or
Was like
some.
Ivo Robotnik. That was it. It was the
Yeah,
first name.
that's
It
it.
was which literally means egg in, I think, Latin or something.
Yeah, so that's why he was called Eggman. But
Yes.
but I'm like, no, just call him Robotnik. Robotnik's such a more badass name. Such a more badass name. I'll admit my favorite parts of the adverts is when Robotnik's dancing. Oh yeah, so good, so good. I'm genuinely hyped. I can't wait. Next weapon, staple gun. Information to staple gun. Okay, so this is my thing, right? Staple gun. I'm gonna go a little bit crazy with a staple gun. I'm gonna give the staple gun a 1d12 break die.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I'm gonna add a weapon trait to this. So that the weapon trait is that you actually staple your opponent. And so you can attack by just whacking them with the gun or actually legit stapling them with the staple gun. Makes sense to me.
Totally makes sense.
Now to add something quirky about staple guns. Because one thing, in case you guys didn't see earlier, for the little flavor text for the sledgehammer, I did put this. One of the most notorious weapons of the wrestling world, utilized by one of the greatest wrestlers in the business who goes by The Game. Because I'm not saying the rest of his name, obviously referring to Triple H, but there you go. A multiple-time champion who uses a sledgehammer as our last resort to guarantee his victory against foes. Against any foe. A little homage to my boy Triple H, aka Paul Levesque. Ah, such a character. Nail gun! Yes. Kind of confused why the Birds of Prey fans are going after. Why are the Birds of Prey fans going after Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, they're two completely different films.
I beg your pardon. Come again?
Like, who's gonna win in a fight between Sonic and Harley Quinn? Sonic, because Sonic is fast!
He is pretty fast.
Because he's running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, I got people to run into. Okay, I think that's how.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like both of those, but if I was at gunpoint and I have to say who are you more of a fan of, I
Sonic.
I have like a like. Recently, I've been finding like a whole newfound respect for like Harley Quinn, because it deals with like so like so I don't know, like my poor brain is like bleh. It deals with like sort of toxic relationships and like relationship like sort of abuse and all that jazz, and it's kind of like I'm actually seeing someone who, like, at least, I mean, they're getting their life back together, kind of, but good. You're doing great. You're doing fine. It's gonna be okay. That sort of thing. And
It's gonna be fine. It's just a little jokey. Now you're away from the jokes, so you can be your own person. Develop your personality. Sleep with the women. Do what you gotta do.
well,
she had a thing with Poison Ivy. Just saying.
totally. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, fun fact actually. Did you know that in the recent canon comics of Batman,
Yes.
the Joker actually has a new female girlfriend sidekick?
Yes, I
Punchline.
Punchline, yes.
I actually like that. But it started with Harlequin. I get it. Now to
Mm-hmm.
Punchline.
Mm.
So good. It's hashtag Punchline for Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, what did I say?
I mean, what?
DC.
DC? Jesus, Dom, you're gonna have like so many
Woo!
people after you now.
Come at me, bros. Come at me. Come at me with your salty, salty lips. Ew, tastes like salt.
Yum.
Oh man, I joke. But we
Yeah.
don't have the Barbara Gordon Oracle. That is very true. Barbara
Mm,
Gordon Oracle was best Oracle.
fair.
Just saying. Let's weapon trait for staple gun. Here we go. Weapon trait. Need a quirky way of um um huh.
Hmm.
Because we're actually using it as a gun to stape.
I mean, you could staple your opponents to different parts of the ring. I mean,
That doesn't quite work though, because
nah. I mean, it was an idea.
yeah, staples aren't strong enough. Now nailing them.
Yes,
Crucifixion, however.
crucifixion.
I mean, who doesn't remember the legendary match that is now in the annals of time in the legendary book known as the Bible, which clearly did. Which I don't know about you and what kind of Bibles you've been reading: Old Testament, New Testament, Genesis, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, etc. For me personally, I read the version of the Bible where Jesus Christ was having an amazing series of wrestling matches against the Roman Empire because the Romans didn't like that he was bringing peace to the people, healing the sick, feeding the 5,000 and all that jazz. They just didn't like it, so they kept challenging him to matches, and he kept on winning
Mm.
until all of a sudden he was in the middle of a tag team match against a couple of Roman generals, and Judas, of all people, stabs him in the back with the kiss of death, which was his climax move, leaving
Oh
Jesus
God.
down on the ring, 1, 2, 3, loses, gets crucified, comes back 3 days later, completely kicks Judas's ass, and then goes to heaven saying, "I'll be back." Friggin' Jesus Christ. The
And
first champion of the world.
now, some people may say, but Jesus is more of a pacifist. He wouldn't do such thing. And
May
I
I.
mean,
This is when I say, may I bring you attention? Yes, and I am bringing this up. May I bring your attention to the brawler in the Wing Warriors Wrestler's Handbook, which, as I will show you, as the answer to your worry, as there is in Brawler Aspirations, we have Fists of War, and we have Fists of Peace.
oh yeah.
Jesus Christ's fighting style.
Oh, God.
He can heal people by inflicting wrestling
Punching
moves
you.
on them. Yo, deal with that.
Okay, so going back to my point,
Yes.
the point I was making is that so a friend of mine is identifies as Christian, and yeah, identifies as a Christian, and she is a pastor, who regularly gives sort of like sermons and things along those lines, and she excuse me, and she more or less like and she more or less you. Yeah, she more or less told me a few like stories which a lot of people seem to overlook. Like, you thought that he was a pacifist. Well, remember that one time he came to one of the temples in Jerusalem and found people pretty much money laundering and selling shit at the temples? Well, Jesus was not a huge fan. So what he did, yeah, what he did was he literally grabbed a whip, or I think he either grabbed a whip or he just didn't grab anything, but he literally just screamed at the people selling like the shit and stuff and money laundering at the temple, literally saying, "How dare you money launder and sell shit at the house of God?" and like flipped tables. Yeah, yeah, pretty much what Yuki's saying. He tossed tables and wrecked shit up as he screamed at them. True that. True fact. Um, let's see. What else? So, oh, I sold the White Cross already. So, yeah, my poor brain's like at the moment. He also, when someone asked Jesus, so yeah, I think that woman is being really provocative, like showing too much skin. What should I do? And Jesus pretty much looked him dead in the eye and go,
and suplexed him through the table.
"Well, I mean,
And
not
just went,
quite, but he literally
equality,
just."
Mother Hubbard. Oh!
I mean, he more or less said something along the lines of, "Well, if you have such a big problem with that, gouge your eyes out. Then you wouldn't have any problem like looking at another woman if you can't see." You know what I'm saying? What happens if I want to like touch a woman like without a permission? How do you feel about living the rest of your life with no hands? Yeah, essentially cut off anything, like cut off any part of your body that like seems to lose their way towards something that you find sexually attractive, which shouldn't be a concern to you, by the way, good sir. And yeah, just cut it off, like hands, gouge your eyes out, whatever part of the body like you seem to be feeling weird sensations from, you know. And then he suplexed the guy through the table, walked out of there with donning the sunglasses, with like the can't remember the TV show that goes, yeah, doon, 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 sort of thing.
CSI Miami with the
Yes, that's it.
looks like this murder just got the gravy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
Like
much
you can just imagine that, but it's like there's a murder in KFC, and it's just like, it looks like this killer is getting deep fried. Yeah. Yeah, the song by The Who. I love like all the different parodies people have done of that. It's amazing.
Yes.
Okay,
I love
just
it
how I
so
like my
much.
murder. With fries.
Yeah!
Oh, what's it?
Right,
Oh
okay,
god, I'm
what?
gonna have to just in the background play something amazing.
Go on.
Jim Carrey, his impressions of CSI Miami,
God.
which was bloody amazing. He does, yeah. David Caruso is the name of the character.
Mm.
The Late Show with David Lerman, all the way ages and ages ago.
I like to tune in on.
I think this should be coming through. Yes, it should should be coming through for everyone at home. Let's listen to the amazing. This is our Dr. Robotnik, by the way. I want to enlighten this. This is the man we have entrusted with the greatest, most important villainous role in video games so far. Until we get a Mario movie, a real Mario movie with an actual legit person to play Bowser. More so voice acting, because I would only really encourage a animated Mario film, not a live action one, because we know what happened last time. Anyway, let's enjoy.
On every once in a while, CSI Miami and David Caruso.
Very good, isn't it?
I love to see him put the button on those scenes.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
That's
he's
another
the
acting
buttoner.
insight.
He's the scene buttoner.
This is another little acting insight, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes. He loves to put the button on it, and then he just walks away.
Yeah.
He doesn't wait for anybody to retort.
Right.
You know? I think he's afraid they might have a comeback. So he just puts the button on the scene. He always... I brought my glasses. You know, can I do them for you
Well,
a little
please,
bit?
I wish you would.
So, just a little bit of...
Here we go.
You get a nice, real, intense close-up here.
Yeah.
Okay? David Caruso style.
Here we go.
I was gonna say if it's in
Well, I
the
guess we've
Discord stuff or
found our man.
Good.
He used
Very
to be
powerful.
He used to be an English teacher.
Here we go.
I before E.
yeah.
Used to be an English teacher.
Except after C. I hear he's doing cartoon voiceover.
Cartoon voiceovers. I wonder what that would be like.
Oh no, then he just cartoon voiceovers. Oh no.
Oh.
I did. I did. I did to you, putty tat.
Awesome. So does her cartoon voiceovers is like, I did to you, putty tat. Yeah. Oh man. And Sims 4 update from Heather. Apparently in Sims I've gone for a nap, but where have I gone? Outside to take a nap on the fountain.
I mean, it's not the worst place to take a nap.
It's a bit wet.
Yeah, it's certainly not the best, but it's certainly not the worst.
It is certainly a wet place.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d6 break die for the steel steps. Steel steps. Oh, excusez-moi. Bear with me, guys, just for one moment. I think that's actually a good sign for me. Just grab a drink, because my throat be getting parched. I don't like that.
Oh boy.
I'll be back in a sec. In the meantime, enjoy the comedy stylings of Tash.
What now? Yeah.
Or just chat to
Or
Tash anyway.
Or like, help. Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. Fucking help. Help. Okay. So, yeah, I hope you've all been enjoying the wonderful streams of Mr. Dom Explodicals. And, now I'm trying to solve a Rubik's Cube. Yeah. So I'm currently trying to solve all the edges. I thought I had all the edges solved, but I don't think I have. But that's okay, because I'm getting through these. I'm getting through this, and it's going okay. Like, I'm currently making... What am I trying to make? Quick, let's trash talk while he's gone. Yeah, I mean, I mean, we could, but then he'll play this back, and then he'll be like, "What the?" Like, there seems to be a mutiny in the ranks. To which I would totally deny this, but yes. Yeah, so hope you guys are. Hey, who is your favorite character in his campaign? Like the Ring Warriors campaign, like as in player character or NPC? Wise. I mean, player character wise, I mean, part of me feels like it's on. Okay, yeah, both. Okay, so part of me feels that PC wise, I feel weird, like sort of saying, "Oh, well, I like this character because they're doing the and I can't even speak the English, so I do apologize. Um, so I think out of the player characters so far,
Corky, I can read the chat, you know.
I know I did say, but you know, some people, man.
It's alright.
I'm trying to debate on who my favorite character, well, who my favorite player character is, and
NPC.
who my favorite NPC character is.
Okay, cool.
I think I think the NPC character will be easier to like
I think I know who your favorite
answer
NPC
first.
one is.
I think my favorite NPC character has to be Mike the Great White Jaws, and I'll
Really?
tell you why. Yes,
Oh, wow. I actually
I
thought you were going to go with Eric Dance.
I mean, you'd expect that, but from the moment you described this guy to like me and everyone else, he like we were fueled with a deep hatred for this guy. He like as you were describing him and everything, he it was pretty much like, oh yeah, we can definitely tell he's an asshole. Like from the way you were describing him and the voice you put on for him and just his mannerisms as a whole. Like even though we can't see your, well, I mean, I guess we can see like your hand gestures and stuff like that if you do like hand gestures for the great the the great white shark, the great woke shark.
The great woke shark.
I mean,
No,
it'll be
that's his religious uncle. Brian Jaws.
Brian Jaws.
He's an evangelical.
Yeah, I just he was the kind of guy like that. He's the kind of guy that people would love to hate. Like even as Dom sort of like just like like not only to like us players but like to everyone else, they were like, oh my god, I want to play this asshole sort of thing. And also when I actually did the artwork for him, I did like, I mean, like few people like who saw my drawings and stuff like that asked me to explain, like, okay, who's this guy? And when I described Mike the Great White Jaws to them, they were like, oh yeah, he definitely looks like an asshole. He definitely looks like someone who needs a punch to the face. And I'm like, yes, nailed it. So yeah, it has to be Mike. Generally because of that sheer presence of I'm an asshole, but I don't care what you fuckers think because I'm the best, yo. and I have to give Dom a round of applause for creating such an awesome character. Like even if he is a bit of an asshole.
You're welcome. Well, that's the point of him anyway.
Oh yeah, like totally. You pretty much got that nailed down. Like, yes, this is who he is, and this is how he works, and he's a dick. Like, there's no, yeah, excuse me, and there's no like getting around that.
Like, even after your controversial end of the championship match.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's still a bit of an asshole.
He's still a bit of an asshole, but I mean, in his injured state, probably not as much. Like, he's still got that kind of cockiness about him, but I think, but I think he's kind of like, it's that kind of I say mutual respect, but he's still a bit of a dick. So there we go. Yeah, you'd say Eric Dance because like the way I played Lavanya being a bit maternal towards him, kind of like reminding herself of her no longer existent relationship with her dad.
Oh,
Bless you.
oh, thank you.
Radovan heard that.
Radovan will remember this.
Yeah, Radovan will remember this. Yeah, and I think.
Oh, hello, Rookie Learner 773 on Mixer. Evening.
Hello, and I'm guessing you're either Dutch. I mean, for the way you spelt that, I'm guessing you're Dutch. I could be wrong, and I could just be.
Could have been a typo.
Could have been a typo.
And
but
just go like, do you claim I'm Dutch?
How dare you? So,
Oh.
like, yeah. So sue me. But yeah. But yeah, I think Mike. I think the way you played Mike Jaws was more or less like. Was more or less like. Yeah, like everyone hated him, like because he's just a dick. But I think I could get her. I think I could get Lavanya to hate him because.
Oh, sweet! Thanks, Rookie.
Ooh.
You're an X-Man. Welcome to the Mixer team.
Yes.
Mixer squad and. Oh wow, that's awesome. Looking at that as well. 1,000 sparks on Mixer as well. Legendary. Thank you very much.
Shizer.
Thank you much, dude.
Wow. Oh god, my earphones kind of bleh. Yeah, but I think I could get Lavanya to like sort of despise him for being such a disrespectful asshole for a whole different reason, especially when he tried to get under her skin about like having daddy issues and all that shit, and just sort of getting him to be like the pokey finger that tries to get her to bite and that. But yeah, surprise, surprise. Mike Jaws is pretty much my favorite NPC that Dom had created for this campaign. In terms of player character, I mean, it feels difficult because, I mean, I'm sure we're all mature adults here, and I'm sure, like, oh, if I say this, then maybe someone else will get upset.
It's controversial. Oh my god.
Controversial.
Tash, you know I'm a snowflake. Piggy, she's about to insult me.
I mean, I hate the term used. I hate the term snowflake.
And I'm a snowflake, just like everyone in 2020. Yeah.
I mean, I hate the way that people use the term snowflake. Like,
I know.
That, I mean, you, I know. I speak Simish. Yeah. That's how you say it in Simish. I think I know it's going to sound really egotistical, but I'm going to say Lavanya. I think because
your own character. Oh my god, Nat.
I know. I think it's mainly because I didn't expect Lavanya to be as deep as I'd made her. Like when I was first creating a character, I was just looking for the thing, like wondering what the feck am I gonna be, and mainly thanks, Corky, Corkle, Corky,
Cookity kook of cork.
Kookity Kookity Boo, Cork.
Cookity boo.
We'll call you. I mean, only if you're okay with me calling you Cork, because it's probably easier for me to say. But anyways, Blumenek, where's my train of thought? I hope it hasn't crashed. Okay, so yeah, yes, I didn't expect Lavanya to be made as deep as I thought. Like I would make her. Like the sole reason why I made like it was like, okay, since I was born on the year of a snake and I do like my reptiles. I mean, I mean, I don't know. I have an affinity to reptiles. Maybe I don't know. Because I mean, I'm a Scorpio, which I mean, technically scorpions aren't reptiles as such, but they're not mammals. And I was born in the year of a snake. I thought, I'm going to go with a snake, and then I was looking at and I was looking at the snake mist, and then I was looking at the different classes, and I thought, oh my god, imagine having a Hisson brawler who like punches through walls, but then sort of apologizes, like, oh, sorry, let me fix that, and sort of licks the bricks, and like sort of sticks them back on together like some kind of weird cement adhesive. And I thought, oh my god, yes, she's going to be a building contractor, and it's going to be fucking great. So yeah, but beyond that, I was thinking, okay, what would make Lavanya fight in the ring? Like, why did she decide? Yes, the snake. Yeah, we have another snake. Nice snake boy, girl.
Nice going, snake boy. Just make me think of Ralph from Friggin' Ed and Eddie. It's like, what you think you doing, idle snake boy?
I'm a rat, says Corky. So you were born in the year of the rat.
It's your year.
Yeah. So enjoy
the year of vermin and
and disease. I mean, what?
Vermin and disease. Guess what, China? No, that's.
Ow, that was dark.
Oh.
Oh no!
It's in this moment in time I wish to obviously cast my condolences for anyone that is affected by the current virus that is going around the world at this moment in time, and anyone that is worried about any symptoms they may be going, please visit to your appropriate your appropriate out of hours doctor that you can call, because as every surgery is saying, do not go to your doctor's surgery. Either call them or call, especially if you're in the UK, call 111, the out of hours service, if you're worried about the symptoms. I'll help you out. And there's my other half, Heather. I'm on Monkey. Also, hello.
Hey.
Monkey.
So yeah.
Keep going, Tash. I'm actually going to find my Chinese zodiac to remind me.
Yeah. Totally. So, so essentially, it was more like, it was more. Oh my brain is really letting me down tonight. Gosh darn it. Yeah. So.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I am the best animal.
Oh.
The sheep.
The sheep. Move on. Dom, it was meant to be.
The sheep was meant to be.
The sheep was meant to be, Dom.
You
know this to be true.
It was in the stars, literally.
Literally.
I am the sheep.
Beep, you're a sheep. Yes, beep, you're a sheep. Sort of thing.
Baram you.
Baram you, yes.
Thank you, babe.
um, but yes. But yeah, I just didn't expect Lavanya to become as deep as I was thinking of her being, more or less. Because in the grand world of wrestling, sort of thing, like, you do have like your character-driven like sort of storylines in wrestling, like various sort of bits and pieces where like a whole lot of drama happens and behind the scenes shenanigans and stuff. But at the end of the day, yeah, I just didn't expect to. Yeah, I just didn't expect Lavanya to have developed as much as she did. And there we go. Casually sending out of context to Craig that you're a sheep.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes, go for it.
So,
Do it.
and may I note, for anyone that is currently not following on Twitch, if you decide to, you may trigger my follower emote, and one of my many follower alerts that come up on the screen is a legendary quote from the film Rover Dangerfield that simply says, "The sheep." Which, by the way,
Yes.
if you want the best, worst non-Disney movie of all time, Rover Dangerfield, you're welcome.
Fair enough. I can see why this is a
Because
thing.
it's a film that is terrible. The story is so nothing, but yet the songs are so brilliantly stupid that you can't help but love the whole film.
I remember watching I remember watching the Nostalgia Critic like doing a review of Roger Dangerfield.
Rover Dangerfield, yeah.
Rover Dangerfield. I know someone with that as a last name. Actually, Dangerfield. Yeah, I'm not going to reveal the whole name, but yeah, I know at least 2 people with that name, mainly because they're brothers.
Oh my god, Craig actually enjoyed Lilo and Stitch. He's watching movies. Corky, oh my god, yes. Thank
Yes.
God someone is introducing him to films. He has been deprived of movies.
Yes.
And thank God he likes Lilo and Stitch. I mean, that's a hard movie not to like. Let's be fair.
Yeah. It's if anyone says, "Oh, don't like Lilo and Stitch," I'll challenge them.
Like, they're probably referring to either second movie, the third movie, or the animated series.
I mean, possible.
And yeah, Heather's got a point. It's not Aladdin.
This is true. I mean, be
fair,
fair,
Coco and Book of Life of the same weekend. I'll be interested to see if he likes Book of Life.
I've not watched Book of Life. I mean, part of me feels like, oh, should I?
I mean, Book of Life is it's a damn good film. It is a damn good film. I don't know whether Craig would like it personally. He might do. He might love it, and I might be completely shocked. But yeah, it's great. He's watching films. That's great. I think he did enjoy it. We watched it the other weekend. I mean, awesome.
Sweet.
That's great. One movie at a time. We're getting him caught up. He still needs to see. I think he has seen Big Trouble in Little China, which is good. One of my favorite movies of all time. And I know I need to introduce more people to Blazing Saddles, the single best will never be remade ever again comedy of all time.
Fair.
Because the whole plot of the film, it's a parody on Western films in general, done by one of my favorite writers and producers of all time, Mel Brooks. And the whole story is around a black sheriff. And as you can imagine, the N-word is used quite a lot. But it's used in the context of comedy. And it's used appropriately because we're in the time period where they would say it a lot. But even then, the film is so hilarious. It's brilliant. It also has Gene Wilder in it, one of my favorite actors of all time, playing the Waco Kid.
Nice.
Who is the you got the fastest arms in the West world.
Yes.
But then he becomes like a hopeless drunk in a jail cell. It is an amazing film, Corky. He needs to watch it. Yeah, that we do, Heather. We need to sit through and watch it again. We've been doing good with movies, though, me and Heather. We haven't been either A, distracted partway through the film, or B, get to a certain point and then feel so knackered that we got to sleep.
Oh, yes.
Which doesn't mean... Shush, Tash. Calm your tits, literally.
I mean, why are you booing? I'm right. I mean, what? Yeah. So, yes. So Dom, I will fire a question at you. Who is your favorite NPC that you've made for this game?
Ooh. My favorite NPC of the game. I've made a lot of NPCs so far, and I mean a lot. Some have had way more development than others, like Mike Jaws, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like Stephen P.S. Mays from Bad Street USA. I personally like. It was a homage to Michael P.S. Hayes of the Fabulous Freebirds, who are the owners of the original intro theme, simply known as Bad Street USA. So that's where that whole campaign got inspired from. It was a big homage to Michael P.S. Hayes and the Fabulous Freebirds.
Yes.
Yet again, he's not my favorite. I would say Mike Jaws, but that's... I don't want to say Mike Jaws because I love Mike Jaws too much because he's the perfect rival. And I've just made him so good. Part of me wants to say Radovan because no one saw it coming. I don't think anyone saw the twist of the world champion comes back and oh god, it's Lavagna's dad.
I mean, in all fairness, I mean, should I say or should we just keep it a little secret, like sort of thing? I don't know.
Well,
because
you.
I mean,
you called
Dom had hints like lingering over me of yeah, so yeah, like Papa Dearest may or may not be be a thing.
Ooh, excuse
sort
me.
of thing. Ooh, you're all right there.
Yes, just a burp.
Good. Yeah, like Papa Dearest may be a thing, sort of thing, and all that jazz. To which I'm like, yes, torture my character, make them cry, make sort of thing. And yeah, oh yeah, like no one else saw it coming, mainly because we both kept it under wraps, sort of thing, until the penultimate moment. It was just so brilliant, like the whole what?
So true. There's also the fact how he one-shots Karatov, who always seems to keep coming back.
Yes. I mean, I do love Karatov. Not gonna lie, Karatov was like a stroke of genius.
I am Bulgarian Supreme.
He's Belarusian.
Russian Supreme. In circus, I lift weight and make things go crazy by eat carrot. Oh,
Crunch.
I eat carrot born from giant tree. You're not. That's not a carrot. That is legit. Just a giant tree in your mouth.
Yes. Like, it's literally...
Carrot Top's excellent.
I do love Carrot Top.
Carrot Top is great. For Russian circus weightlifter.
Belarusian.
Yeah,
Belarusian.
Belarusian. That's it.
Yeah.
But no, like, it's a tough one because I've loved so many different NPCs for different reasons. I love Mike Jaws because he's been like the party's rival for so long.
Yeah.
I love. I made something for you on Discord. I'll check it out in a minute.
Aww.
I love Eric Dance and his story with just being like Eric Dance the rookie to then being the Phoenix Eric Dance and going through his journey of being turned into a cybernetic and then being saved by you guys. That was awesome. I loved Shahir, the Arab from Egypt.
Shahir, man.
Who gave you guys his replica belt that he made himself as a token of friendship.
It's so adorable.
I think if I had to pick a favorite NPC of the game so far, genuinely I would have to pick Sean Leafmeyer.
Okay.
The reason why is because I wanted to make like because this is the thing with Sean Leafmeyer, I could have taken the easiest route with making him. I could have legitimately made him a giant homage / parody of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, aka the man behind the WWE. Who is whether you love him, whether you hate him, he's one of the most influential men in the world of wrestling. Him and his dad, and quite frankly, seeing him on television is always an amazing moment at night. I could have gone down that route and had him just be like, "You will do everything I say. You will kiss my ass. You're fire." Doing all of that, the classic motifs.
Oh yeah.
But everyone's done it. Everyone's done the parody of Vince McMahon as the head of their wrestling organization or head of their fantasy league, and him going into storylines where it's like, "You'll kiss my ass or you're fired," or bits and bobs like that. And it's cliche. I don't want to be
very cliche.
I don't want to be like the cliche wrestling guy. So when I made Sean Leafmeyer, I wanted to make a manager which reflects what I would do if I was at that level and was able to manage an entire wrestling organization. Obviously, bearing in mind, Vincent McMahon runs the biggest wrestling corporation in the world. Sean Leafmeyer, in the world of Ring Warriors, runs the entire wrestling organization of the world. That's why it's called the World Organization of Wrestling, or WOW.
Wow.
No, well, technically it's the World Wrestling Organization. So, whoa.
Whoa.
No, oh god, the memes.
I was like, Lord. The woo, like, so woo! Woo!
Woo!
Yes, that.
Totally.
Love it.
Obviously, like, Sean Leafmeyer was the head of wrestling as a whole in the entire Ring Warriors world. He's the head of it all, basically. So it's kind of like a reflection of my managerial style when it would come to wrestling and how he would approach situations when they happened. Obviously, bearing in mind, he's living in a world where wrestlers get supposedly killed stolen by a mad scientist and turned into robots. Yeah, little bit crazy, but hey, you gotta have something fun, in your wrestling game to make it stand out. I got robots. What have you got? But like the fact that he keeps coming up because he's important to the plot, and he guides for guys because he sees you guys are like the next big things and a way to bring in change. And the only way to bring in change is to take down the world champions, which because of their power on the world scape, they have diplomatic immunity all over the world, which was a terrible idea.
It was.
So there's nothing he can really do apart from regulate the matches they're in. He can't regulate anything else, and he can't take the titles away if they do anything illegal or bad, because they have diplomatic immunity over him, and they can say, no, I have the right to murder this guy.
You.
Yeah, and that was hinted at when you guys were in England, of course, for the Strong Style Championship.
Yes. Yes, I remember.
Hinting at the idea that there is a bad side to championships.
Oh yeah, totally.
But then this is why I just really like the NPC of him, because some people will just look through the episodes and think, oh, Sean Leafmeyer was just a plot device and a reason for characters to go from plot A to plot B. And if you think that, fair enough, that's your case. In my opinion, Sean Leafmeyer was important in order to give a sense of scape in the world. He doesn't just go, good job on this, let me give you a new job. Sean Leafmeyer updates the party on their previous actions as well, if they are important or past, and tries his best to find out information when he can, is genuinely apologetic when he finds information too late to then give to the guys, especially something big happens, because he's human and his organization is worldwide and huge. He probably has 1,000,001 different things going on, but he's trying to focus on these 4 guys going around the world to eventually become world champions. It's huge for him. So, of course, he's going to try what he can, but that's Sean Leafmeyer. I like how he's doing. And I like his future and what he's got with Ring Warriors to come. Hey X, will you ever do a Buried Alive match? It is being, if it's not a part of my match list at the moment, it's going on the match list.
I am intrigued. Like, what on earth is a Buried Alive?
The Buried Alive match has only been done a choice few times in wrestling. Every time involving The Undertaker, and every time The Undertaker loses. In real world terms, the Buried Alive match was created by the WWE as a way for the Undertaker to basically take rest time, where they would effectively put him in a Buried Alive match. He would lose the match and supposedly be buried alive, be taken off TV for a few months so he can recover, rest up, train a little bit, and then after those few months have an epic comeback, show that, oh my god, he's not dead, he's back in the ring, because he's the Undertaker, and back to beating the living crap out of people before the next one rolls in. That was the thing they were doing for a while with the Undertaker, which was awesome. But the whole idea of the match is simple. It's a no disqualification, normally a singles match, between one person and another person. With the idea being that somewhere around the ring, in the cases of the WWE, the section in specifically is up near the entryway. The main gist of the match is that you can fight each other as much as you want. It's no DQ, so you can go as mad as you want with all sorts of different weapons. But in order to win, one of the wrestlers has to put the other wrestler into a ditch that is at a specific location, whether it's in the stadium and there's a mound of dirt with a massive hole fill in, or whether they're doing a wrestling match outside and they're in a grave or they're in an actual graveyard and there was an open grave to put someone in. And the idea is you put your opponent in there and you legitimately have to shovel the dirt in and bury them alive.
Oh, snap.
And that's how you win. Obviously, in the terminology of Ring Warriors, a buried alive match would be really nuts, because effectively, if you lose a buried alive match, you are instantly rolling death saves. And if you fail all 3 saves, you do not bury yourself out. And you die. You don't lose. Well, you lose and you die.
So, here's a question for you.
Yes.
What about agricons? Agricons are literally dirt, or at least mountain sort of things. How much of an issue would it be for
birthed
them?
from Mother Nature. How can they be buried alive?
Yeah.
This
pretty
is
much.
why agricons have weaknesses to certain dirt or to certain earthly substances. So in agricon's case, so like if it was an agricon versus a human, for example, the human can be buried alive. The agricon would have to be probably
Oh my god, I do love
drowned
Yuki.
alive or
Yeah,
flooded
Yuki
alive.
pretty much come up with buried at sea.
Yeah, like basically, there's buried alive, buried at sea. Definitely works for agricons. So it makes sense.
Yes.
There are ways to adapt the rules depending on the races, basically, and that's something I would have to emphasize with the buried alive match. Or else everyone's gonna look at that match and think, okay, I pick a buried alive match because I'm an agricon and I'm guaranteed to win because you can't bury me alive. Which is no, Jimmy. You can't say that your agricon is immune to all dirt known to mankind. What if you're allergic to it?
Yeah.
What if there were some funky shrooms in the dirt? Disturbed the dirt.
Yes.
God. But that'll be it'll be an interesting series of matches for sure. Inferno match is in the game already. With the whole idea of, but I've changed the Inferno match slightly because the Inferno match is normally you win by setting your opponent on fire. My version of the Inferno match, because if the idea of the Inferno match is setting your opponent on fire, in the terms of an RPG, or in this case, a tabletop RPG, you can set your opponent on fire by making them roll like a toughness save, for example. If they fail the save, they're on fire, you win the match, and that can happen within the first 5 seconds. That's not fun.
Well,
Excuse me.
No fun.
Well, how we do it in wrestling. The Inferno match in wrestling, they have the ring ropes. And then outside the ring ropes, next to the apron, they have flame jets. Where effectively, when you get close, the flame jets spark up, causing a big wall of fire. Where effectively you get thrown through the wall of fire and you get set alight, and that's when you. In Ring Warriors terminology, the Inferno match would be more so of an idea of, it's kind of like how the Explosions match works, where scattered throughout the ring or everything involving the ring is linked to C4 explosives, which go off if they are triggered. The Inferno match would be similar, but everything has something fire-based to it. So in the corner, you have the corners are on fire, so if your opponent gets thrown into the corner, they burn. Opponent gets Irish whipped into the ropes are on fire, they burn. They get thrown over the top rope onto a mound of fire, they burn. Like that's how I would adapt it so that it works more so in the game. Because then you're always worrying about being on fire. And unless you use a bonus function to literally stop, drop, and roll to get the fire off you, you will be taking damage every single turn that you are on fire. In comparison to the explosion match, where when you trigger an explosion, you get X damage done to you as extra damage on top of what's being done to you. And that's flat.
That's a lot of damage. Sorry, hello.
There you go. Vinny!
Hello.
I came in at the perfect moment because I just had to go with the "that's a lot of damage" meme.
Mm.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Oh. How has your day been, everyone?
What?
It's been okay.
Good stuff.
There we go. To start solving the centers all over again because for some reason, like, the corners wouldn't line up, and I'm like, did I do something the fuck wrong?
What are you doing?
I am solving a 4x4x4 Rubik's Cube. Yes, it's
Sometimes.
insane. Yeah.
I mean, solving one of those, you just have to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, like, it's just a case of,
Several
okay,
times.
I'm like, trying to solve the centers. Like, I managed to solve, like, everything else up until the point of solving the corners, like the white corners, and it's just the case of, like, why you no solve for me?
Okay,
But you know.
Oh, actually, we should see what I put together for you. Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, my best. X-Men opening theme. Oh, hell yeah.
Previously on X-Men.
Look, okay. Batman the Animated Series has a pretty damn good intro. Friggin' X-Men? Best opening theme of an animated show, probably of all time. Holy shit, is it so good.
No.
And also introduced one of the most underrated / depending on who you are, pathetic heroes of all time. Because I think Jubilee's awesome. I mean, effectively, if you wanted to play Jubilee in D&D, all you need to do is be able to cast Prestidigitation. You're Jubilee. Well done.
No.
But yeah, again, you could kind of go deeper than that. Like I would kind of like to play a Jubilee character because Jubilee's mostly a sorcerer, I can think. But Jubilee would like obviously Prestidigitation works quite well, but like spells like color spray and spells that do like big things with big colors make sense for Jubilee. And even then, she could still use Fireball and just say the Fireball is just a series of fireworks chained together to create a firework explosion. Bizarre.
Yes. Burning hands. So, I mean,
I
maybe
think that's not my gift to me. You're a sheep, Don.
Oh my god! I have to. Ah. Oh man, I'm gonna see this now.
Oh
It's like you're a wizard, Harry. Only it's you're a sheep, Dom.
Oh my god! I've been memed.
Yes.
A sheepdog. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up on because this
Do it.
deserves to be shown.
Do it.
Which, by the way, if anyone is interested and you totally want to join the Discord hilarious fun times, whammo! Discord information on the stream right now. Totally join. Whammo! I think I want to pick no cap. Yeah. Discord.
Discordia.
Off medicine with Discord. Oh, is it not gonna work on window capture? That's
No, how dare they?
pretty gay.
No.
We might do. Let me see. Wookie growl. The greatest part about it is that I got a perfect pick of Mr. X for the shot. Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, Discord. Let's see if this might not. Doesn't then.
And then you'll have a sad Tash who is denied of the Mouflon shenanigans.
Yes, basically. Mr. X, the superhero, or Mr. X, the tyrant from Resident Evil 2. I mean...
Yes.
Okay, idea. I'm going to pitch this as an idea for anyone out there that plays D&D. Make Tyrant.
Hmm.
Make a playable version of Tyrant from Resident Evil 2. Or if you want a real test, make a playable version of Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 as a character.
Ooh.
Nemesis would be cool as well, because technically with Nemesis, you will need to take a couple of levels in Warlock for Eldritch Blast because of his tentacles that he has later on in his evolution.
Eldritch Blast, but you would also, I think he would main as some sort of artificer, so he could make a rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like, he can interchange from rocket launcher to machine gun to fist.
And he's got to have some sort of perk which allows him to just dash incredibly fast.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
the thing is, his athletics and acrobatics would be pretty darn high, but then his charisma is literally at 1 because all he can say is stars.
Stars. So it might be either charisma or intelligence.
No, because he's quite intelligent. Because he has an AI through his brain as well that helps him track Jill and track other people.
Really low charisma, but he's got some sort of insane buff to intimidation.
Yeah, see that.
Stars. Oh, take our money.
Take my money, man.
I don't know why I always get these really bad puns in my head when I think of Nemesis. Like, just imagine the scene: Nemesis on his back, lying, just looking up in the clouds. And Jill walks over. What is he doing? What's he looking at? And he just turns to Jill, looks her in the eye, and goes, "Stars."
Oh.
So, Nemesis, what do you want to do tonight? Bars.
Yes.
Hey Nemesis, how are we going to get over to the club? Cars.
So who's your favorite member of Metallica? Lars.
Hey Nemesis, I see you got your little telescope there. What are you looking at? Mars.
Also favorite.
Okay, by the way, guys, I found a way to do it. We are going to quickly... Whoop! Here's my desktop, so apologies. You're going to see some behind-the-scenes bits. There it is!
It's porn.
You're shipped on.
Yes!
Well done,
No,
Yuki.
no. So, I mean, what? Even better, they should probably Photoshop your face on a sheep, so that it has your eyes and mouth and nose, but on I don't know, but just
Even
on
better,
a sheep face.
Instead of a sheep, the sheep Pokemon from Sword and Shield.
Just Wooloo with my face on it.
That's it.
Wooloo, yes.
Just call it Dooloo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or Domu.
Point something.
Oh no, but what would make this
White
even more
Discord?
better?
What, man? What?
Yeah. What would make this even better is, like you go, you're a sheep, Dom. Like who? Me? Yes, you, but spelt with an E-W-E.
Oh god. There we go. Well done. Oh, excuse me.
That was ingenious. I love it. I love it a lot.
Yuki using that Mars Nemesis joke.
Oh,
Yeah, he said, "Hey Nemesis, what's your favourite candy bar?" Mars.
yes.
Or she. I don't judge.
I mean, I mean, we don't assume genders.
I tend to, unintentionally.
How dare you? I mean, what? Oh yeah. Speaking of unintentionally, like unintentionally like assuming genders and all that jazz, like the erg doll for little one is coming along okay.
Annoying.
Like I'm sort of building up more of the kind of stony muscle in his arms. Um, but yeah, after doing the right arm, they'll move on to the left, and then and yeah, just sort of keep going at it, and then put face.
Quick, send me the your sheep Dom, but sent it after the show on stream.
Aww.
Fair enough. Hey Nemesis, what's your favorite candy bar? Mars.
Mars.
Aww. Oh man.
Hey Nemesis, I'm trying to cure this cold. Can you recommend anything? Qatars.
Oh. So Nemesis. So Nemesis. Hang on. I'm trying to find a word. I'm trying to find a way to explain this word. I'm trying to remember how on earth I did this, like Rubik's cube shenanigans. So dude, what's the most formal way to do a presentation about like stuff and things? Seminars. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I am a terrible human being, and I'm sorry.
So hey, Nemesis, what's your favourite part of a woman? R.
Oh, I like this from Yuki. Hey Nemesis, what did you step in? Tars.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to be making a Nemesis character, but he's going to be called Nemesis.
The Nemesis.
No.
Hey Nemesis, bruv. Yeah, why didn't you return my phone call, man? Pause.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh, Nemesis, you're in a band. What do you play? Guitars.
Oh man. Hey, hey Nemesis, how does hey Nemesis, how does the Batman theme song go? No, no, no. No, 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 no.
Ah,
Nose.
Nose.
there's a lot of mouths in that.
Hey, where you getting your girlfriend? Bras.
Hey.
Hey, yes.
Where are you buying those bras? And some R's. Hello.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness.
Right, I'm at a good spot to. probably finish my development bit. Now we are on the last 14 weapons of the list. I
Yes.
believe it's 14. Let me see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. 14 it is.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
we have finished tonight on Tank of Hermit Crabs. As we
Okay.
as we will then be going through the other tanks, such as the Tank of Lobsters, Tank of Piranhas, Tank of Scorpions, and Tank of Snakes. All the way up
Okay.
until we get to the wrench. Hey Nemesis, what do furries say? Roars! Very good. Very good.
Hey, Nemesis, who's your favourite villain from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Cars.
Oh, so true. So true. Even though
To
we
be
all
fair.
know, best character from part 2 is Stroheim.
Oh, yeah.
Because German science is best science.
So what's your favourite stand? Sticky Fingers.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh,
It's been a good stream because not just have I got work done, but I've been memed and we've made Nemesis.
yes.
But yes.
What's your favourite bit overall of JoJo? Moodars.
Yes, my challenge for this is, you know what? This is my challenge for anyone in general out there that's part of the Discord server. If you want a challenge, my challenge is on Discord. I want you to share what would be your build for either Nemesis, Tyrant, or a different video game based character, and what levels they would go into for what things. I will, but here are the rules. Number 1, multi-classing is completely okay. So go nuts on that one. Number 2, you may use any of the source materials from D&D, so any of the legitimate books from Wizards of the Coast, including like scenario books that may have like a few odd different races in there, or like like inclusion books like the Acquisitions Incorporated one or the Critical Role ones. They're perfectly fine. You can use those. You are not allowed to use homebrew at all. You've got to keep it legit. And to make it more challenging for those that are going to go above and beyond, I will not allow you to use Unearthed Arcana. Only legit, currently published content allowed. So that's every book from the beginning of 5th edition all the way up until Eberron.
Does it have to be only playable races, or can you use
any races?
NPC races?
Any races, as long as they are a part of the
D&D universe.
Available, yeah, of what we available to us.
Good.
So with that in mind, have a bit of a laugh. That's my challenge. Have a bit of a game of that. I'll be back on tomorrow when I'm hoping I'll get everything set up to start what is going to be very weird, playing through Digimon World 1, but with the randomizer. So we're going to be randomizing Digimon World 1, which is insane, and I can't wait for it.
So Yuki's just asked, so I can make him a zombie?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Or wouldn't Nemesis be a flesh golem like Frankenstein? Well,
I mean,
the Frankenstein's monster is the monster. Like Frankenstein was the actual science.
But like that's the idea. You've got to think to yourself, what works best for Nemesis? Is he a zombie? Is he more of a zombie, or is he more of like a grotesque manifestation, so to say? It's up to you. But on that note, ladies and gents, I will leave you to it. I will see you tomorrow. Stay explosive. Then. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.